have so much gear. Oh my God. Is this camera going? Probably get this camera going real quick. All right. We're live. Okay, look at these boxes. My goodness. I'm just gonna get my overhead shot going real quick for the later editing purposes. And let's make the chat nice and big so I can see that. We're here in San Diego right now. Max, you want to say hi?
Hello.
So we are building a studio, a podcast studio right now. And so we want to unbox all of the stuff. And we figured, hey, we need to unbox it. We might as well do it live and get some content out of it. Right. How do I get this stupid thing going again here? Scan the QR code there. There we go. And Max, if you don't mind, help me keep an eye on the chat if I miss something. All right. We're going to turn on mirroring. There we go. Get the camera going again. Video rolling up there. Look at that. Exposure is pretty hot. There we go. Okay. Box me. Ta-da. So we've already opened up a few of these boxes, but we figured we might as well keep going, figure out what we got. I'm guessing, yes, this is more hexagons. So of course, oftentimes when you're building a studio, you need to have some sound absorption in there. So here we go, another one for the pile there, Max. Actually, let's get two more here. There we go. Yep. Take it away. I don't want to do this one. This art is so nice, but it's on top. So tell me about this, Max. What inspired you with your
Famous Dave's, actually.
Famous Dave's?
Yeah.
What? Are you hungry still?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm always hungry. Isn't that the Famous Dave's?
Oh, look at what we got, Max. You're gonna have to pick up that whole pile again. With some more sound panels. Oh, there's other things in this box, actually.
Oh, hold on.
So we got some more. Let's see, what does this even say? We got acoustic panels. Yeah, right. And we got our podcast mic, actually, and this one, how appropriate. One of our two podcast mics. We're using the Rode Pod mic. I like this guy a lot because it is. Oh, I killed my face tracking. There we go. Hey, come back. So far away from me. There we go. Yeah, it's a great mic. Sounds great. Looks nice. Do we have any of the foamies handy?
Yeah.
So this mic is, I mean, for the money. I'm a big fan of this mic. And then I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a huge fan of how it looks out of the box. The silver on black. They make one that's black and black, the PodMic USB. I wish they made the PodMic in black as an option. They don't. You have to buy the twice as expensive mic, the PodMic USB. But it does also add features. You get the USB and XLR. This mic just has an XLR port on it, and that's all we need for what we're doing. But you get these little foamies for about $10. And look at this. Suddenly, it's a much prettier mic. Yeah, look at that. I'm a fan. I like these mics a lot, especially for the price. All right. Because, the mics, they adds up, right? Especially if you're doing multiple microphones, you got to get the preamp, you got to get all the stuff. And so if you missed it earlier, we are taking two of those mics. Oh, I lost my face tracking again. Such a great feature until it loses the face. Subject lost. There we go. We're streaming here on the the Pocket 3.
You talking about me or him?
Box Boy.
You're
What's up, Kay? Thanks for joining the stream. All right, so we're using the ATEM Mini Extreme ISO, which has two mic inputs, mic 1 and mic 2, but each of those inputs is actually a stereo 1/8 inch mic input. Hey, Kate says, hey guys, how are you? Yeah, so we're going to take the output of this tube-powered preamp. Love this thing. So both of the, in this case, we're doing 2 podcast mics. Both of the pod mic USBs, not USB, just the regular pod mic. Both these pod mics going XLR out of here into the XLR into the Ultra Gain Pro mic 2200. And we're going to take this and plug it into the ATEM Mini. So that's how we're going to get our killer audio without having to have like a whole mixer or any of that. We don't need like the Rodecaster, none of that. We're going to do all the actual mixing inside of the ATEM. And we'll have plenty of channels. We have 4 analog audio channels. We'll use 2 of them with the preamp here, and we'll use another one for the shotgun mic. So yeah, can I hand you that?
Yes.
Thank you. I don't want it to lose tracking again. I feel like every time I step out of the shot, it loses tracking. All right. Let's see what we got over here. Oh, you're not going to believe it. We got some more.
Oh, hold on.
Acoustic panels. All right, we gotta add it to the mix. Am I hurting you? I feel like this is okay. You got to straighten out a little bit. Lean forward. Lean forward. You're gonna drop them. Oh boy. All right, you got that? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. And lost tracking again. Let's get tracking back. There we go. What else do we got? What about my phone?
I said, good thing they're foam.
Good thing they're foam, yeah. Ooh, we've got our monitor stand. So I love hooking up monitors. We probably have the monitors actually here somewhere. So once we find the monitors, we'll talk about how we're gonna use it. But what's great about this monitor stand is it's from, I think this is the one from, Vivo. I like this guy because we can actually install it upside down. Because basically it's a dual monitor, so we're using 2 monitors. So it's got dual VESA, compatible arms here. But the way that you typically use a monitor stand is you clamp it to the back of the desk, right? Here's the clamp. And you have the pole, right, that's holding the arms. This big old pole, right? So we put this on here, like so, and we wind up attaching it like this. But here's the cool thing. We can actually also mount this upside down. So we're going to clamp it to the desk here and then have actually just like this, have the monitors kind of floating right on the lip of the desk, which is actually how we're probably going to do this one. So that's why I like to use this specific style of stand. I feel like probably get rid of a lot of the innards, but kind of still keep all this inside this box. Man, look at this box of screws that this came with here. We need more bolts and nuts and spacers, right? Yes, absolutely. So there's that. Maybe with rack stuff. I've got the drawers there. I don't know.
We're starting to run out of space. So.
I know. All right. There we go. I think there might be some more panels in here. Oh, wow, look at that. I don't know, Max. It seems like this idea keeps getting worse and worse. Do you want to try one more time?
I gotta try it.
Oh my God.
I can't even pick it up.
Here, can I walk that way a little bit? Will it? Yeah, just slide it in. So this is all the way going all the way down to the floor. Leaning tower of panels. All right. Okay. Let's see what's in these giant boxes here. Jeez, well, this one's weighted funny. Ooh, we got our Wave Mic Arm Pros from Elgato.
Oh, that's a big box.
Yeah, you want to help me? Here, hold that for a minute. and that. And take this, get rid of that. All right, let's start with this. I love these lights. This is the newer PL60. See that? PL60C. Forgive me. And we got a bunch of these for the studio. We're going to use these mostly in the ceiling. We're going to take and use our scissor clips. And this is a drop ceiling in this office building that we're building the studio in. And so we're going to take and put a scissor clip into the drop ceiling. And then that's got a baby pin on it. We're going to take that baby pin and attach it. There we go. To the light. And they come with these really handy little cases that we're promptly going to recycle somehow. But basically we don't need the cases. We're building a semi-permanent studio here. I guess we could make a pile of cases and let the client decide what they want to do with the cases, but usually they wind up in the trash. But if you're building out a kit with these lights, they're actually a handy dandy little case. With some foam padding. Let's open this guy up here. See what we see. There we go. So these are RGB and regular bicolor lights. These panels, and they got some barn doors on them, which I think is kind of nice. Right, so we've got a relatively soft panel. I do wish there was like an insert, but like for like a opal kind of, to make it a little softer yet, but they actually sell a separate soft box. We've got a few of them here we'll be using as well to turn this into more of a soft light. Or just if you're using them as a wash light, which is how we'll use many of these, you can use them just as a wash. They have DMX, 5-pin DMX in and out, of course, as well as power. I think they're, especially for the money, some really, really great lights. And I like the size a lot. There's plenty of power, especially as wash lights. They even come with 2 safety cables, which I love. Make sure they're nice and installed nice and safely. Some really long power cables as well that goes with these. So I'm just going to connect this all together, and we'll make a pile for lights. Max, do you want to find a corner that we can dedicate?
I can try
to, because we've got, I think, 7 of these. Does that sound right?
Yep.
And there we go. Can I hand you this? There we go. More of those to come. But yeah, those lights are great. They're great for both wash lights as well as, using them, like I said, as a fill light or a key light even. They're a little bit small for my taste as a key light, but you can take a couple of them, stack them next to each other, on top of each other, and use them as a nice soft key, especially if you've got the soft box that goes with it. Look at that. I think we got another one? No, this is something else. Oh boy, okay. So much stuff. Oh, it lost me. I'm over here. Subject lost, it says. There we go. Hi, Max. All right. I don't know about this active tracking. It's awesome when it works, but really annoying when it doesn't. So this is our monitor. We're using 2 of these 27-inch monitors from LG. I got it. Got the box. Thank you. Let's talk about this monitor first. I really like these monitors. I like LG monitors in general. We've got behind the camera here, you can't see it, but we have an 86-inch screen. That's going to be the LG TV is the screen that's going to be in the background of this shot. All right. And yeah, anybody feel free to ask any questions that may arise when you're watching us look at some of these products, or if you're really any questions about the studio that we're building. What are you doing? Can you help lift? There we go. Whoa.
Base.
There's our base, which we don't need because we're going to be mounting this to those vest arms. Another nice thing about these LG monitors that I like a lot is the power supply is an external power supply, which makes the monitors have a slightly slimmer profile. We don't have to worry about having the power inside the monitor. So yeah, we can take the base, Max. I don't know, like, I don't think we need it. Of course, whenever you're doing an unboxing, you always want to separate the cardboard from the styrofoam. In this case, I'm going to keep the styrofoam on here, but I'm going to throw the power supply inside. Oftentimes when I'm doing an unboxing like this of a whole bunch of stuff, I will attach the power supply so I don't forget what it came from, what it goes with. So I'm going to set this over here. Or do we have a spot, Max, for monitors? I don't know what we do. Seems like a good a spot of any as any. All right. All right, I'm going to keep tracking off, but tilt down a little bit. There we go. I think that's probably the better way to do this. All right. We have a whole bunch of these guys coming. 9-Dot Solutions. They make so many great pieces of gear, especially clamps and these awesome poles. But let me just show you this because it's so cool. This is their 100 millimeter. And you got to be careful, though. All these packages, they have these staples that these cases are always stapled shut, but you don't want to lose a staple and step on it. Ask me how I know. But each of these rods, they are about the size of a baby pin, and they have a little, you can kind of see on the tip there, you can clamp onto them, right? They're recessed. I don't know what the right term is there. But on one of these comes a 3/8 to 3/8 screw thingy, right? So you can connect two of these together. So you can turn your 500 millimeter rod into a 1,000 millimeter rod by taking two of these rods and connecting them together. So this is called the 1,000 millimeter rod set, but it really is just two 500 millimeter rods. But with this connector, you get this nice and small. Look at that. But we like to clamp them to tables and desks, and we can build all kinds of crazy cool contraptions with these, especially when combined with, like here's a couple other pieces from this. So here's one of their Savior clamps that has a 3/8 on here. So you could just thread this whole thing because it's 3/8 threaded. So we can thread this on here. Or we can use these clamps that I love and clamp a couple of them together. So this 9-Dot Solutions, I can't remember the name of this one. Mini clamp, something like that. It's got this awesome little hole here. You slide it on, right? And then this whole thing rotates wherever we want. And so we can build all kinds of cool rigs out of these things. So we can clamp another rod into this one and have that on that one and slide it up and down. They're very, very versatile, very, very handy. So let's find a spot for those. Maybe somewhere near these clamps. I can never have enough of those things. I love those clamps. They are fan-freaking-tastic. Okay, we've got an HDMI cable here. I'm just gonna toss the stand for the, we have, which one? Oh, garbage right there, okay. All right, let's keep going. Next, we'll talk about these guys. This is my favorite podcast styles or podcast mic stand for desks. You can also actually use these with cameras if you'd like, because it's got a 1/4-20 connector on there, which you'll see in a minute. But this is from Elgato. This is their Wave Mic Arm Pro. And the reason I like these so much is they are, whoa, I don't remember the technical term. Spring-loaded is what I would say. Gas, something or other.
They're gassy.
They're gassy, very gassy mic arms. There we go. But check this out. We throw it in this arm here. So this all connects. There's a clamp that goes onto the desk. So they're low profile, meaning this thing swings out And then this one is, you can adjust the tension in here so that you can kind of set it and leave it. You don't have to like tighten or loosen anything. It just stays where you want it, which I just think is fantastic. And it comes with a couple of pieces here. This little guy here allows you to take it and raise it up here a little bit if you want a little more height there, or you can take this thing, put it in the back end here to elevate your whole setup a little bit. And of course, there's a little Allen to tighten these in place, so you can't just lift them out. But here's the whole setup. Got the clamp, right? So this goes onto your desk. Got the arm with the little spacer there, and then this thing here. So here, you want to take the box out of here, Max?
I do.
Give me that little baggie of parts, though. So I'm going to take this thing, loosen it a bit here, and attach this to the lip of the desk here. And look at, I need to use this little spacer so that I can be above this second box here. So again, you have options basically of how you do it. So it also comes with an Allen tool here, so you can increase or decrease the springiness of this. So if I go left, it makes it springier, so it wants to go up. Or if you put a heavy mic on here, you would turn this counterclockwise, and then it would bring up stronger, right? Or if you need it to be less, you go clockwise. And now it might want to drop if I want too much, but you just find the sweet spot basically, and it'll stay in place with your adjustments there. There we go. So that's the lowest setting, but there's nothing on there, which kind of makes sense. But it also comes with that little baggie that has these two little adapters in here. So this on the tip here is a 1/4-20 screw threaded thing here. We have an adapter that'll take that 1/4-20 and turn it into a 5/8, right? So depending on the type of mic you have, we can put that on there, which is actually, I think, with our pod mic, I believe those are 5/8. Is that pod mic handy, Max? Pod mic. Oh, here it is. I see. So in a pod mic, if you take a look, there's actually both. We have a 3/8 and a 1/4-20 there. So I could use this 3/8, but actually I think I've had more success when I use the 1/4-20 to 3/8 adapter versus the 5/8 adapter. And I'll thread it first into the mic itself. This is a little easier when you have a flathead screwdriver. I'm just going to use my fingernail here. There we go. And you see it actually kind of goes inside the mic there. And then we can thread that whole thing on here. The trick when you're using the pod mic with these is this barrel part here will actually spin independent of the mic. So if you twist the whole mic, eventually it'll stop spinning this guy and just spin on top of this whole thing. So you actually need to, oh, thank you. You need to twist this mic here, this neck here to tighten it onto this part. So you want to get that really as tight as you possibly can. So I'm going to tighten this one down here first. There we go. Get that nice and tight. Look at that. And so the test here is, look at it, wants to drop. That means we need to add more tension. So I'm going to go counterclockwise. It says it's got a little key on there. It says tension, positive counterclockwise, negative clockwise. So we're going to go counterclockwise a little bit to add positive tension. So now it'll stay in position no matter where you set it. So that's what we want. All right, we got some new boxes, Max. Fresh fish.
One new box.
All right, let's remove this so it doesn't go flying. Make a pile for these somewhere. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Could just put these spare parts in the other box here. There we go. So we got two of these because we're doing two podcast mics. We're actually doing 3 mics total. We're going to do one shotgun mic. We're using the NTG5. It's going to be on a boom overhead out of the shot. If you're just doing standing content like this, so you can talk and not have a visible mic, or you can switch to those 2 pod mics in the studio. Holy buckets. Let's see if we can't get that up there. Ready? Yeah.
Oh, things are falling.
Oh, look at this. We got a whole bunch of these lights. Jeepers creepers. All right. I mean, we might as well do them all. Need to get them unboxed. That's kind of the whole point of this, right? Even though it's a little repetitive. Thank you, Max. We could set them on the floor if we'd like, and I can do one of these at a time.
No, it's funnier.
It's funnier to try to do it around.
Yeah.
All right. Jeez.
Here, I'll help it.
There we go. Yeah.
Mine doesn't flick out as exciting.
I'm jealous of my flicking knife.
Yeah, you're flicking out.
Well, it was loud sounding.
You broke 10 things.
I love to just make a mess and then you have to clean it up.
Yeah, I know you love that.
All right, so we've got the lights. Sure hope I remember to change this to 1080. I don't know that I did. Should I check? I should probably check.
Maybe.
Nope, it's 4K. That's the best way to do this. Yeah, this is hot. So hot. HD 60. There we go.
Oh, you're good. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got a light here. Got the power supply. And we got safety cables. Are we putting the safety cables in a different spot?
Huh?
We're putting the safety cables in a different spot for these?
I don't remember getting the safety cables.
No. Are we putting them in a different spot?
We are now.
I don't know what happened to the first two. And where are these lights going?
Oh, yeah, they're with them.
Oh, I see. Yep.
Yeah, right where I meant.
With the lights. There we go. I think that's it, right? Lights, power, safety cables.
Done. Come on.
Oh my. This is the most riveting content ever. I suppose I could continue talking about these lights. Is probably what I should do. So if you missed me earlier talking about them, these are the Neewer PL60C lights. They have bicolor versions of these as well, but these are the RGB versions, which I like the versatility of the RGB. You get a little bit brightness. If you just need volume, if you just need luminance, and you don't need color, sure, you could go for the I can't remember if it's a B instead of a C. I don't remember the letter they use, but these guys are RGB, and I like that about them. And the most important thing is we use DMX for our lighting protocol so that we can hit one button and change different presets, different profiles, and I've done a whole bunch of programming to make it easier to do that. Yeah, they're great lights. And the quality of the light I've been pretty impressed with as well. But they're great for washing a wall. So the walls in this studio are like a dark...
They're filthy. We need to wash them.
The walls?
Yeah. You said we need
Oh,
to wash them.
because they're wash lights.
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of insulting. Jeez. I like dark walls because they take bright colored lights well. And so we're going to wind up using these. Thank you. Trade these with the we're gonna use these to wash the filthy
Filthy wall.
walls. It's gonna be great. All right. Oh, my hands are starting to feel gross. Gotta love that. What else do I like about these lights? There's a few DMX profiles, different profiles. Let's open up the manual here and show you. So there's this really great breakdown that it comes with, right? That tells you about all the different profiles, about what the different channels do. If you're not familiar with DMX, basically there's all a bunch of channels that have 256 values, 0 through 255, and it tells you with each channel what it does. It affects the R, the G, the B, but there's also all these lighting effects. So you can do like pulsing and flashing and paparazzi and lightning. We're not doing any of that. But there's all these different modes for the way that you want to use this light, whether you're in a club or you're in a studio like this. And so I really like the one that allows us to do both RGB as well as CCT, which is like warm to cool Kelvin color temperatures. So that's my preferred mode for this light. So once we get them all fired up and plugged in, and like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be mounting these to the ceiling using baby pins. Scissor clip, baby pin scissor clips is the technical term for that. Baby pin scissor clips, 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 baby pin scissor clips. I think that's 10. Might be 9. One more time just to be safe. Baby pin scissor clips. Well, I think we got through all those lights. What else do we got here? What's next? What's
Give me a
next?
light in there.
Think so? I think it's gonna be more foam, more. What's the technical term for that? Felt. Look at that. Acoustic panels. We've got so many of these. I think each of these is a 10 pack. I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pack. Each of those is 12 hexagons. Hexagonal panels. Boy, I think this is our desk legs. Oh, yeah, look at the size of this. I don't really want to unbox this right now, but I can show it off, I guess, a little bit. You want to help me lift it up here, Max? Ugh. These are our 4-legged motorized legs. So this is actually what the camera, 3 cameras, 2 lights, and a boom microphone. It's going to be sitting on top of a countertop that we're going to put on top of these legs. So Max, I think you'll probably have the fun task of building these. In fact, if you wanted to get after it, be my guest. All right, saving this one for last. Oh, let's see what's in this big box. Oh, what do you know? It's another light from Neewer.
Aha.
And this one, Neewered it. This one comes with the stand. So this is the AP100B. Yeah, I believe B is the designator that Neewer uses for bicolor. There we go. It's a lot like the PL60C, but a little bigger. And this one in particular is bicolor, so no RGB. I'm going to keep this one in this box, though, because we might actually wind up not needing this light in the studio. I do like that light a lot, though. And this kit actually is great because it also comes with a nice little stand that you can use with that light. Granted, we don't need light stands in our studios. Where we're going, we don't need light stands. But I think this kit came with a stand, which is why it's in the box. So we should find a spot to hide that. All right, one more heavy box, Max. I bet this is more PL60Cs.
You sure that's not all of them?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, there's definitely 2 more.
No.
This might be I think this is the one that comes with soft boxes. It's my guess. So the way we often do these studios is we'll bring a lot of the small stuff. We'll unbox it at my studio in Minnesota, and then we'll pack it up into Pelican cases and fly with it. So we don't have to have as much unboxing to do on site. But they're also very heavy. Ooh, our squid. So that's one thing. Set that aside. And then, oh boy. And then I think this is the rest of our PL60Cs. Maybe put the knife away while I try to grab this thing. All right, can I give you the big box? There. Oh, something else in there? Oh, look at that. All right. So Neewer sells a few different bundles. So this bundle includes 2 of their soft boxes for these lights, which come in these really slick little cases that I love. Because they're very, again, if you were using this in in the field, this light packs up real nice. So this is the soft box. Man, I wonder if you could even squeeze this in that other case. I bet you could. You might have to modify the foam a little bit to make room for it. But yeah, I'm gonna leave them in here for now, but at least get them out of here. And then actually we could build one of these. I know I'm gonna need at least one of them. So yeah, in a second, I'll show you how these work. So the rest of this kit, this is all one kit. So 2 soft boxes. And 2 stands, 2 light stands, as well as the 2 lights, of course. At some point, we should get a shot of all the frickin' cardboard you've got over there. Oh my God.
This is just one box.
Oh, jeez. Look at that. Oops. And last but certainly not least, it also comes with this slick case. So you can get 2 lights, 2 stands, 2 soft boxes, and 1 big double case, and pack it all up into that case. So this case is like this shape, and it opens up kind of like a long, skinny rectangle, like that. I like this case quite a bit. It's not too bulky, it's relatively padded, and it fits 2 whole soft lights with grids. And I'll show you these stands as well, because they're nice. Again, in this studio, though, we're not using stands. It's actually cheaper, though, to buy it, if I need the soft boxes, to buy it with the stands than it is on Amazon anyway, to buy it without the stands. So I often will go for this bundle. These stands are fine. They're fine. They're not great. They're fine. Real basic double riser, spring-loaded. Oh, there we go. A little bounce there. They've gotten better. Their cheap stands used to be much worse than this. But let's see how tall it goes. There you go. Nothing crazy. Probably cheat a little bit down here if I really wanted a little more height out of this thing. Yeah, it's out of the shot. It's pretty tall, but you know, they're fine. Like I said, I wouldn't put huge lights on it, but these lights, they're pretty small. So we could absolutely get a couple of these lights or one of these lights on one of these stands. So on that note, let's maybe leave the stand here for a moment and build the light and build the softbox and show it off to you on the stand. Again, on this studio, we're attaching lights to the ceiling. No stands needed, but it just comes with it. Oh, and this one though, oh yeah, because it's got that giant case, this doesn't have the black case. Instead, it comes just in the cardboard box, and you put both these lights into that case. But we still get all the same stuff, the two safety cables and all that. It is some nice foam, yeah. We like to collect foam pieces. We pack and ship quite a bit of stuff, so rather than buying foam, if we ever see a good piece of foam, whether it's in a box or on the side of the road, you better believe we're stopping. At least I am. Max is like, yeah, you speak for yourself, Ryan.
From a box, but
not from the road.
I draw the line at roads.
Max is like, where we're finding foam, We don't need roads.
Don't go grab them from roads.
I'm trying too hard to force the Back to the Future line. Sorry. All right. So we've got our light on a stand. You know, this light, it's great. Let's raise it up a little bit. There we go. It has these barn doors that I love, that are great. All right. So this whole panel here. And then we're going to take and build the softbox. And it also has an egg crate. I love this versatile softbox here. I know I'm going to get the naming of these components totally botched. But I'm worried about this overhead shot, Max. I think it's pretty overexposed because it's seeing a lot of black devices. I should probably set the exposure and just leave it. I suppose you could tap and hold, right? Is that what you're doing? Sweet. So we don't need this case. All right, so there's a few components. We've got our egg crate. All right, look at that. We've got our egg crate. We've got our silk. This all uses a lot of hook and loop to assemble together. There's our silk. And then we've got our actual box, I suppose. That also uses hook and loop to make a near square, a bit of a rectangle. It's got this little flap here. It just flaps around. Flippity flappity. Attaches like that. Look at that. And then it's got this whole piece in the back here that wraps around the unit itself. And then the controls for the unit stick through that hole. So let's do it. I'm gonna double check the manual so I don't just totally get this wrong. Yeah, do the doors go through? Doesn't really say. Yeah, you open up the doors, attach the barn doors. It says they're already attached, and then secure it with a touch. So the manual is like, I hate it when it's too simple. Give me a little more explanation. I'm okay with it. So I believe, and there's these little strappies. Do I want all of them on the inside? Probably. All 4 barn doors? No, because you want the reflection. So does this go on the outside?
Maybe.
Barn doors go on the outside. There we go. Yep. And then let's show it off, Max. There's these little strappies that click in place there. Oh, yeah, barn doors on the outside. There we go. Clickety clackety. Got that? There we go. And then this whole wrap thing comes around. And see, what you don't want to do is you don't want to cover the fans, and you don't want to cover, of course, access to the ports. So I'm going to pull this whole thing around here through the bottom of this thing. And where does it attach? Oh, I see, right there. Whew. Oh, and then there's some Velcro there. We'll undo, pull that through. Like so. Do the same thing here. I'm going to detach this strap, pull it through, reattach it here. And there's a little piece of hook and loop right there. And one more on the opposite side. Right here. Thank you, Max. Right there. And look at that. Got this nice little reflective, thank you, Vanna, wrap around this thing. And we still have access, mostly, to our ports on the bottom. It's a little snug down there, but it'll be fine with this whole softbox. But that's just the beginning, because now we take this thing. Oh, I missed earlier. Kay gave us a round of applause. I don't know what that was for. I mean, she's probably just applauding
I think we finished
this
all
whole
the
time.
lights.
Oh, we finished the lights? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed your applause earlier, Kay. Thank you for that. All right. There we go. You want to find, there's a corner somewhere. Here it is, the 2 corners. And this whole thing basically just, it's supposed to just sit with Velcro. Oh, no. Oh, sorry, this one first. Got the silk in here first, because this has the scratchy hook and loop, and the soft is this whole edge here. So basically we just put this whole scratchy silk attached to the soft hook and loop on the outside rim of this box. like that. And if you just want a soft light, just showing off your knife skills there.
I'm letting the camera know I'm covered.
If you just want it soft, you can just leave this. Oops, there's a loose thread. There we go. Boom. Now you've got a silk. Or if you want that to be a little more directional, that's what the egg crate is for. Soft yet directional. We can take and find the corners, which is so hard to do. There it is. There's the two corners. And attach those to the other half of this silk. And so then the egg crate sits outside of the silk. So you want an egg crate without the silk? Too bad. It will not attach because this attaches to the silk. And for whatever this light is priced at, I think it's incredible value for the versatility you get with this light. Now, this light is some plastic, some metal. You know, I don't know that I would want to subject this light to a huge amount of stress and packing and throwing around, but especially when you're doing it in a studio like this, where it's just going to sit attached to the ceiling and not be doing a whole lot. It's actually really, really great. All right, so there's our, there we go. I want to push it until it clicks. And it's got a mic. You know what the mic is for? Party mode, right? So you can just have it flash into the beat.
For recording light waves.
For recording light rays, yes. All right, let's move this over with the rest of the lights. Let's unbox the last couple, or the last one of this. We don't need the stand, but we'll leave it on the stand because it looks cool. All right.
Right.
Too late. Although you did beat me technically.
Right.
What, to break it down?
Yep.
You're using the box cutter to shocker cut boxes?
Yeah.
Kind of smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Some people think, and by some people I mean my wife, when she hears me conversing with Max, she goes, "Are you angry with him? Are you?
Why are you yelling
Why
at
are you yelling?"
Stop yelling at me.
I don't really think I'm angry. Sometimes I can get a little sarcastic.
I think it's just aggressively sarcastic.
Aggressively sarcastic. But Max knows, you know, like if I'm getting a little too sarcastic, just let me know, you know?
Yeah. Hey, Ryan, you're getting a little too sarcastic.
You can shut up, okay? I'll let you know when it's okay to speak.
Oh my God.
Maybe that's an example. Is that an example?
I'll blink twice if I need help.
All right. No, I try to be nice to Max. All right, what do we got in here? Ooh, this is our rack. What?
That's just something for me in the audience.
Playback. All right, so this is going to be attached to the bottom of the studio. We should come up with a name for the studio desk. I don't know, studio desk sounds kind of lame, but there's going to be a desk. It's going to be motorized. It's essentially a countertop on top of sit-stand legs. And all the cameras, in this case, 3 cameras, and 2 lights, and the shotgun microphone. Take it away. They're all attached to this desk, and under the desk, so you can see it here in upside down form, we're going to basically, on the bottom of the desk, attach this rack. Oh, like this.
Now you look like Lord Helmet. Lord Rat.
Dude, I am psyched for the return of Rick Moranis, and like I can't believe the role that we get him to come back for is Lord Helmet. It's gonna be so great. So this rack, it's great that it folds up so nicely for shipping. Is going to be where all the gear, the ATEM Mini, the preamp, the drawer, all the the network parts are going to be inside this rack, mounted underneath the desk. So it's a pretty slick little setup. There we go. I don't think I'll need these instructions. Yeah, pretty simple stuff. All right.
Until later when
I'm asking for the instructions.
he's frantically Googling it.
Come on.
Reddit, help!
Jeez. How to assemble an unfolding rack. Basically, it says insert 4 screws. That's what the instructions say. But I suppose, I think is that the whole joke that you're trying to say? So speaking of rack stuff, inside that rack, I don't think anybody calls this a squid, but I really call this a power squid.
Technically, squids have 7 limbs.
I want to say 12. Is it 12?
Arms,
Look at this thing. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16.
It's a double octopus.
It's a what's 16?
Double octopus.
A double octopus.
Oh, I don't. Oh, you mean like the octopus?
Yeah, what's the term for 16? I don't know. Wow, if we register, we get a free waterproof mobile phone case. That's
Ooh.
pretty fun. You're like, hey, I'll take that. So this thing is great. It's got 16 outlets in the back. The reason they have these little short cords on them is so you can plug bricks into it. Because if you just had 16 ports on the back, A, I don't even know if you could fit 16 ports in the back of a 1U PDU like this. But B, you can have bricks plugged into this. Obviously, 16 bricks definitely wouldn't fit on there. You'd get like 4 or 5 bricks on there. So this way we could plug all of those in. And there's a nice big old power switch on the front here. And we've got 3 outlets on the front as well. So 19 outlets and 4 USB. Is it really 16? I find that hard to believe. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Wow.
16?
16. 19 total with the 3 in the front. And 4 USB-A ports. So like you can power a whole bunch of stuff with this
Or a
thing.
whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, isn't that exciting?
Oh my goodness.
I feel like you're making fun of me. Are you making fun of me? Okay.
Never.
All right, so now teleprompter. I love this teleprompter. I have mixed feelings about this teleprompter.
So you like this?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say love hate because I don't hate
complicated.
anything. It's complicated. Yeah, it's complicated. Again, for the price, I think you get a lot of teleprompter. But it's the issue that I have is it requires a bunch of modification, really, to get it to do what I want it to do. And it comes with this, what looks to be like, if you were to see this in a photo, you'd be like, oh, look at that awesome case. But even in the box, it was open like this. So if I would have pulled this out, it would have just potentially like opened up and splattered all over the place. Glass would have broken. It would not have been pretty. So even though this case looks cool, it's not cool. The case is awful. I would rather it be in cardboard, better cardboard than this whole thing. But we've got the whole teleprompter here. This is the actual beam splitter over here. Pull off foam. Look at this beautiful giant beam splitter. And it comes with 2 sets of rails. One set that is absolutely humongous, which for certain rigs might be great. And then one set that's just a little too short to do anything useful. And you can extend them together if you want, or you can just take all 4 of them and build. Now you're going to do the sword. And you were making fun of me earlier.
Was it? Oh,
You got to do the sound effects. There we go. That's pretty good. It's got all these cool little like extra pieces for rails and all kinds of fun stuff. I don't think we're going to need any of those actually because we brought a whole bunch of parts. And then there's the hood for the prompter as well. Let's zip this bad boy up. Wow,
it's quite long.
it's quite long. I do like those. We use these rails for lots of things that aren't rail related. Right now, I think we're using them as curtain rods.
Where are you going with this?
We use them as curtain rods, right? In the studio. What else have we used those for? Well, mostly curtain rods.
Nothing other than curtain rods.
Jeez, dude. And this is the camera platform it comes with. There we go. It's really heavy duty camera platform. And you got, I don't, is this new? Does it always come with the 3/8? I feel like that's new. It used to only come with the 1/4-20. They probably got enough complaints about, hey, why isn't there a 3/8 on here?
That's probably why.
Yeah. So they've updated that. That's great. Again, we're not going to use it. I've kind of designed my whole, the only piece from this that I use is the actual beam splitter and hood. And I even have complaints about the hood too. So take that or leave it. If you're looking for an all-in-one solution, technically you can make it work with this, but I'd much rather customize it. And so we will. And you will see that eventually. Let's see, did I get that all fingerprinted up? Probably. But I feel like I should at least put this on for protection for now. I find it easiest to do the top piece of the hood whenever you're building a hood, and then do the sides and then the bottom. Before you do the whole hood, though, you should probably give it a good wipe down with a microfiber. I'll do that later, though. We've got some good foam in there. Look at that piece right there. That's a nice piece of foam. Here, I'm gonna keep it here for now, though. All right, so in this case, we're gonna have 3 cameras, one like medium lens inside the teleprompter. We're specifically using the Sigma 18 to 50 f2.8, and that'll be the camera that's inside the teleprompter. Actually, we can build this real quick. You wanna grab the rails, at least part of it, and one of the rotating mounts, and here's the camera. Yeah, do we have any of the Ulanzi rotating doohickeys? So here's the custom sort of rail setup that I use with this. So I replace the rails, I replace the mount for the monitor, I replace the bed for the, I don't know what you call this, I don't know why I'm calling it the bed, but whatever this piece is. And then I put a ball head on there, and then on top of that, I love to put this guy, the Ulanzi. There's 2 different models for it. I never know what to call it, but it's one of their rotating camera mounts. So it looks like this. We've got a cool little mount here that can kind of go inside the teleprompter a little bit. And then we have the ball head from Neewer, a ball head. On top of that, we have the Ulanzi rotating mount. And so we'll put the camera, I'll attach the camera last. So I'm going to flip this sideways like this, attach, make sure this is loose. And I like that it's got a block here for rails, so I can just, that's what's nice about this type of setup is I can kind of, design it however I want. All right, and so this is how I like to build my teleprompters, like this. I feel like we usually do this in the middle. I don't think I moved it. I think I did that.
I think so.
So we'll find out here later if that needs to be adjusted or not, once we get the monitor and all that in place. Anyway, then the lens itself, put the hood on there. Normally I'll take off the lens cap, but I'm actually going to probably rebuild this and clean it out a little bit more later. But for your entertainment purposes, let's throw this in here and I'll give you a little preview of it. So put the lens inside the thing there, attach the camera to the Ulanzi rotating mount. And what's great about this is now the camera can do vertical content or horizontal content inside the teleprompter. Isn't that great? Max, isn't that great?
Mm-hmm.
That's when you say, Ryan, that's genius.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Whatever you were saying earlier that I totally was listening to is perfect. I can't think of any other way to do it.
Check this out. Despite Max's sarcasm, the camera can do vertical or horizontal inside the teleprompter, right? So if you're unfamiliar, teleprompter, there's going to be a monitor here facing up, and then the reflection of that monitor bounces off this piece of beam splitter glass, aka a one-way or a two-way mirror, and then the camera itself shoots through that glass so that you can look right at that image, right, that's reflecting up here, as well as looking at the camera at the same time. That's what a teleprompter is. And so we'll use that often for Zoom meetings or putting words on the screen. It's just great. And like I said, the camera can do vertical or horizontal inside this rig. I just think this rig is just a ton of fun. It took us a while to come up with this design, though. That's for sure. We've been working on this for a few years, had a few iterations of this.
How many iterations?
And the same principle is great, though. We can apply this to a lot of different types of teleprompters, right? Being able to just raise the camera. Oh, and the ball head, this is important because we actually need to finely adjust the position of the camera inside of the teleprompter. With the base that it comes with, the camera is stuck shooting straight forward. You can't tilt it forward or back at all. So that's why we use a ball head to position the camera where we want it. And then we use the rotating mount on top of that to be able to rotate the camera in that sweet spot position. So that's the dealio there. Any other boxes, Max?
I think that's all of them.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's all the boxes today, at least.
Whew. Holy smokes. That was a lot of boxes. We were streaming for an hour, which it seems like longer than that. Granted, before we started streaming, we were just going and recording this whole process.
Well, that, and we also took a bit to get this
Yeah,
stream going.
that's true. I'm thinking about the setup time for the live stream. I'm surprised that the Pocket 3 hasn't overheated yet. Or maybe it was only overheating because we were recording. What was that message?
Yeah, I think
Trying to remember.
it was 'cause it was recording.
Gotcha. Hooey. So, yeah, thank you for tuning in, though.
Yeah.
Hope you guys had a lot of fun. Thank you, Kay, for all your kind words. We've got a lot. We've got a lot to go through and hook up and connect. But we are now officially unboxed. So that's always day one for these builds, is just a lot of unboxing. I should show you. I should see if I can just pan the camera over a little bit. Let's see here. Do I have enough cable here? I think I do. All right. Look at all these boxes. It's a lot of boxes. And if I flip the camera around, there we go. I can show you. Ooh, and is it cold now, Max?
Mostly.
What do you got there?
Oh, you know, not sponsored, but some Dr. Death, Liquid Death.
Dr. Death.
Got a couple here.
Let's crack. Speaking of unboxing, we're going to uncan.
Okay.
How do I get this in the shot? There we go. This is, yeah, cheers. Oh, I didn't get it on camera. Let's try it
Oh,
again.
that's what we're doing.
Oh, what were you doing?
I was just like,
Oh, just trying to short it off?
not sponsored.
Thanks. I think this is my second favorite Liquid Death.
Mhm.
Would this be your second favorite too? I think
What does this mean?
Dead Billionaire.
What's that mean?
Typical LOL?
Yeah, what were you saying about me?
I don't know. What was the typical comment for, okay? What? What?
Well, I stepped out for a sec. and then-
Oh, you think it's,
Comment goes up.
I don't think it's about that.
Oh, okay.
Surely.
Okay. Okay.
What did
I'm sensitive. Okay.
I say? Max is a little sensitive today.
No.
I love Dr. Death. I think it's great. Hydrate or dehydrate. Liquid Death buddies. LOL. Yes. Yes. All right, Max. What else? I feel like we could give a little tour of the other stuff we brought, maybe. How long is this cable? It's pretty short.
Yeah, we got our pile.
Okay, so in the back corner there, we've got all these canvas bags filled with different cables and wires. This is our toolbox over here.
It looks like a mess, but it's actually quite organized.
Yeah, this is quite a bit more organized than we typically
for
are.
us.
Yeah. And yeah, we've got bags. Look at this, bags of clamps. I love that. And we've got cables, 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 and more cables. Oh, so many cables. What are we going to do, Max? We're going to build it. All right. So on that note, I think we should probably get after it and start building. If you're interested, here's our, how do I Flip it around. There we go. Flip, flip, flip. Here's our iPhone overhead rig. I think that's kind of fun. We got even a little monitor. Yeah, it looks like it's still going. Yep. A little monitor so I can see, the overhead shot. And that was rolling for an hour straight too. That's kind of surprising.
Yeah.
That's the new iPhone 17 Pro, and it did a pretty good job. So there we go. Ooh, should we have some fun?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I can't go Dutch, but I can do one of these. Whoa.
Springy.
Hat is a paid actor. My hat, I suppose, or is it your hat, or both of our hats? We have 2 paid actor hats.
Should I get the other hat?
Yeah.
I don't really want to put that on my head. It's disgusting.
So this is the new hat. One of the things you missed earlier in the unboxing is I got a second one of this hat. So I like this hat so much that this one's a little rank. So I just bought another one. But the second one, this was actually a little thinner, which maybe is better, so I won't get as hot. But we'll see. Which one of these is yours? Do you know which one of these is yours? I barely drank any of mine. Yeah. No, that one's got I had literally a sip out of this one. So our trick is this. Max goes right, I go left.
On your left.
On your left. All right.
Not sponsored.
I think we're going to get out of here. Hats in the bin. Yeah, it is. When I decided to get this hat, I think yesterday, and they shipped it like next day. It might have been on the plane. No,
I think I remember looking over and you were looking at hats in the plane. Yeah.
But I had texted my wife or called her. I can't remember. And I was like, should I get another hat? She's like, only if you throw the other one away. I'm like, okay. So that was part of the deal.
Oh, so I can throw it.
Yeah. I think we probably should.
Cut it?
Cut it?
Cut it up?
You want to cut up my hat?
I kind of do.
What, are you trying to, is this an issue here? Like, should I be concerned?
No.
Why do you want to cut up my hat so bad?
You said you could throw it away.
But yeah, but I'm quite fond of this hat.
If you're just gonna throw it, yeah, that one. If you're just gonna throw it, if you're gonna just throw it away, might as well, right? Or do you want to do it?
No, I don't. I don't. It's oh gosh, it's making me so. Here. If we're gonna do it, I should watch. Have you do it in the background.
Do you want? I mean, it's up to you. I won't if you don't want me to.
No, it's fine. We're gonna throw it away. Oh, look at so well made.
Strong.
It's just so strong. Oh.
There's not a hole.
Oh, it makes me sad. Oh, are you just cutting? Are you scalping my hat?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just made of like foam. Okay, now you have to put this on after.
What?
It's a it's a fedora visor.
A fedora visor. That's how you stay cool.
Fedizer.
Fedizer.
It sounds like MacGyver.
Okay.
Okay, now you have.
All right.
Okay, hold on.
Jeepers creepers, dude. Good thing I have black hair. It actually might look all right.
It might be the move.
Oh my god.
Okay, but now you have to do the opposite.
It's like I feel like simultaneously like a bank teller and Indiana Jones. If Indiana Jones is a bank teller.
Now do the opposite.
Well, let's start with this. Oh, is it missing a piece? It's a hat puzzle. I can't believe it's making me so sad.
Oh, but what if you double it up?
What the heck?
But now you're an Imperial officer.
Too much Star Wars, man.
There you go,
Double. Okay, this is weird.
That might be the move. Double fedora.
That way, when someone says, "Sorry, sir, you can't have a hat. You can't be wearing a hat in here,"
You
I'd
put
be
on
like,
double.
"I take off that one."
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
All right, I think that means we got to end. Brutal. Yeah, thank you, Kay. I think she's.
Oh, please say a few words of respect. I don't. How
a
long have
moment,
you
a
had this
moment of
hat?
silence for that hat. Not even a year. I looked
Good. Take your hat
at
off.
my previous order, but I wear it like almost every day.
Yeah.
Not
Do you
anymore.
want to keep this for memories? Do you want to double this up?
You're just like having way too much fun
It's kind of fun.
annihilating my
Cool.
hat.
It's slimy.
Yeah, it's probably kind of grimy.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, jeez.
This is painful for you, huh?
Yeah, dude.
That's also kind of why I wanted to do it.
So you could watch me squirm.
That's not why. That's like now it's like you have a black belt in karate.
Double stripe,
Double belt in fedora.
double belt in fedora.
Hey, that sounds like a good band name.
Double belt in fedora.
Double belt fedora.
Double belt fedora.
There you go. I'm gonna edit that down.
I don't know why this. It shouldn't look as absurd as it does. I feel like that looks pretty absurd.
I think that doesn't look as absurd as you think it does.
From certain angles, when you can't see that there's two of them,
What did I say?
it looks all right. And then you tilt down, and you're like, hey.
double band fedora.
Double belt fedora.
Double belt fedora.
Something like that. All right. I think we should. Is there anything else we should stream while we're streaming? I could talk about the studio a little bit.
Can I cut that hat up?
No, you can't cut this hat up. Why are you always
I
trying
don't
to
know.
cut up my hats?
You say always. That's the first time.
Well, that you've expressed the desire to cut it
Okay,
up.
the next time you get a new hat, though, I'll burn the old one.
This hat's starting to squirm a little bit. It's like, oh no, how long have I got? The last one didn't even last a year. Ooh, infinity.
Great.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to this edition of Unboxing a Six-Figure Studio. It's a lot of gear in this small little room that we now need to continue to assemble. But we're going to get there. Yeah, what time is it?
4.
Oh, man, long day. Jeez. All right, catch you on the flip. Peace.